Hello and welcome back to World Drum Club. I'm Kalani, your host and teacher, and this is a quick introduction to several instruments that play well together. I'm getting ready to lead a retreat called Flute Harvest here in Los Angeles, and we like to recommend these simple instruments because they can be played and make beautiful sounds without knowing much at all, if anything, about music theory, how to tune things, how to play instruments, how to make chords, any of that. So these are all instruments that anybody pretty much can just walk up to, put in their lap, grab, hold, and play and enjoy making music right away. The first one I have up here is called the Reverie Harp, and this is by Music Makers. It's basically just a open tuning harp instrument, string instrument, kind of like a dulcimer. So starting here, starting on this note, we have an A minor tuning. Focusing on the notes A, C, and E. But you don't have to know any of that to make beautiful sounds. On this side, we have a G major chord. So we can actually play two chords, either just the A minor chord or alternating back and forth between A minor and G major. The entire instrument can also be tuned to a C pentatonic scale or any open tuning, so you can play the whole thing without worrying about making any choices, just strumming away and making beautiful music. We'll see why this tuning comes into play in a minute when I have a different instrument with the same chord setup. Right now we're going to move on to another stringed instrument. This is called the McNally Strum Stick or Strum Stick by Bob McNally, a friend of mine and luthier. He made this. It's basically a dulcimer, like a mountain dulcimer, three-stringed instrument that you can strap on and strum like a guitar or ukulele. And again, very open style tuning. This is tuned in D, A, D. So you can play it with a D flute or an A flute really easily, or C pentatonic instrument. You can also retune it, of course, to play in a couple different keys, but super instrument, super easy, beautiful sound. The Strum Stick. Another strumming instrument many of you will be familiar with is the ukulele from my people, the Hawaiian people, some of my people. And the thing that's nice about the ukulele is that because the tuning is G, C, E, A on the strings, you don't actually have to do any chording or finger picking or finger placement over here in your left hand. If you're right-handed, you can just strum it and somebody can, you can accompany somebody or somebody can play a solo over what you're doing. I use this all the time with my music therapy clients and sometimes in music education. So again, the C pentatonic note alignment is there. No music theory required. This is an Orff xylophone, classroom instrument, but anybody can play this. I've removed the B's and the F's so that we're left with C, D, E, G, and A, the same notes on an A flute or the C pentatonic scale. Again, you don't have to know anything about music theory. You can just play away, playing any notes you want. an Orff instrument, any of the Orff instruments will work similarly, and you can enjoy playing music right away. The tongue drum or slit drum by Hardwood Music. I've done reviews on this, one of my videos. Playing the tongue drum is one of our more popular videos. If you haven't seen it, you might want to watch that. This mirrors the same chords as on the Reverie Harp that I showed you earlier. So we have an A minor sound, and I'm going to use some different mallets right here. A minor sound on this side. And then a G major on this side, on the left side. But you can play any of these. And it will blend with the C pentatonic instruments. The happy drum is one of our favorite fixed tuning instruments. I like to play with my hands. This is a metal instrument called a tank drum, similar to the tongue drum, which is made of wood. The tank drum is a fixed tuning instrument. You don't have to know anything about music theory. It's kind of like the hand pans that are very popular now. You could sit in front of you, you can hold it in your lap, you could set it on a table. It doesn't matter where or how you're playing it. Almost indestructible. You can really have a lot of fun with the happy drum as well. This is the Kalimba. This one is an electric kalimba made by Lucinda Ellison, and it's made of beautiful wood, but most kalimbas can be set up in a fixed tuning that is compatible with a pentatonic scale. This one's set up in a kind of A minor sound or C pentatonic scale, so I can play it with most or all of the other instruments that we're looking at today. I'm going to show you another kalimba in just a moment. This is the Sansula, a kalimba with a drum head, and I'll leave a link below so you can access all these instruments. This is another really nice instrument that is also compatible with a lot of the other A minor or A flute or C pentatonic tunings. I also have a video on this. If you haven't watched it, search for Sansula kalimba. All right, it's time for our last instrument coming right up. This is the Shruti Box. It's a drone instrument from India, and it produces a sound much in the same way as a harmonica or an accordion. By opening and closing these tabs, we can allow air to escape. And if you see here, you can see how there's a bottom row and a top row. The bottom row here is like the white keys on the piano, and the top row is like the accidental. So if you see groups of 2 and groups of 3 here, so if you're familiar with the keyboard at all, you see this is a C to C, 1 octave, and this is a higher pitched, or what they call female voice, Shruti Box. So all I need to do is open up the notes I want to access. And I can be accompanying somebody. Here's our A minor sound, which would play beautifully with the A minor flute, the A flute. But I can play around with these, just experiment and open up different notes. And then all I have to do to make the sound is pump the bellows on the back of the instrument to keep the airflow. It's really simple, and it's a nice sound. I use it quite a bit. A lot of people use these for singing, for doing chanting over, but it works beautifully with the flute and all the other instruments that I showed you. So maybe sometime we'll see you at Flute Harvest. Until next time, ask any questions you like of these instruments. I'll do my best to respond. And as always, if you like this video and you like this kind of content and getting this information, please subscribe and give us a thumbs up. It really helps. Hit the bell if you'd like to get notifications. I'm Kalani. Thanks for watching World Drum Club.